to my channel, baby. It's your girl. It's your new bestie. Like, if you're new here, I am about to be your BFF. So please, I'm going to give you 3 seconds to click that subscribe button and join the family. But if you're a returning subscriber, then you already know the vibes. So yeah, guys, my name is Kimberly and I create faith, medicine, and lifestyle-based content. I am a fourth-year medical student who is studying medicine in Zambia, and that is the main focus of this video. This video might not be for everyone, but I just wanted to make a video and put it out there because as I do my vlogs, as I share my opinions, certain people are not, I don't know to say inspired, but I guess inspired is the way, and then they also want to pursue their medicine career and come to Zambia and stuff like that, right? Now, I am going to be referring to the 3 countries, people that have been asking me, can you help me apply? Or I'm busy with my application, I want to come to your university, MULUNGUSHI University, which is the university that I'm in Zambia, right? Right, so I've been getting such questions from people that are from Zimbabwe, South Africa, and Namibia. Those are the 3 most countries that have been asking me for help and stuff, and I've been helping where I can. But I feel like there are certain things that you guys need to know about MULUNGUSHI University as an international student, as someone who does not stay in Zambia, or someone who has never been to Zambia, you don't have family here and stuff, and obviously the internet might not have enough information, enough pictures, enough videos, so that you really know what to expect. Because I feel like for me now, I was just surprised. I was surprised. Like when I came, MULUNGUSHI University was nothing. I feel like I'm talking about the picture, right? Because when I was applying online, the picture that was there was the picture of the library, and I thought, oh my days, the entire university looks like that. Child, I was shocked. I was shocked all the way from the airport, because once I just got by the airport and I'm seeing the roads, that was like 4 years ago, right? Right now they've improved a bit. The roads from the airport, I'm seeing the roads. We get there are no, there was at an intersection that we reached, right? Like a 4-way, and there were no street lights, there were no robots, so now you just see all these cars are like this, and the thing is, there was no road on the road where we were, and then from the airport I had to get on a bus because the main campus is so far away from the airport. You get my point? So from the airport I get a bus in Intercity, right? I'm in Intercity, I'm in the bus. Mind you, I have a fear of buses. I have a fear of buses, but this is a long distance journey. It's like 3 to 4 hours for me to reach the main campus from the airport. So I had to go with a bus. It was more affordable even. I don't think that even private cars that do long distances for like that. So I had no choice, and there was no Uber. I didn't know any Uber. It was my first time in the country, so I didn't have any phone car app, but now these days they have Yango. But I don't know how much it costs. I don't think they do long distance rides for like 4 hours and stuff. I think maybe within. Anyway, guys, I got into the bus with a fear of buses. As the bus is moving, I feel like it's tilted, guys. Eating trauma morning. That time I am traumatized, guys. I'm just there, I'm holding my bags. I'm like, and the thing is, coming from Joburg, if you know Joburg, don't leave your bag. Don't be sitting with a phone in a public place, and it was so packed. So I'm coming from Josie with the Josie mentality. I'm like, yo, yabona la, ha, bazongroba. Next, they're very kind people. I can tell you that they're very kind people, very helpful and stuff. So none of my things got stolen. I get to the bus stops 4 hours later. Tells me that I've arrived at the university. This is me excited. I get first year. I'm like, where's the varsity? Where's the school? No, like, where is the school, guys? Where's the school? Like, it's in the bush. Not in a bad way, but like, it's in the bush. So even after the bus dropped me, I had to get a cab to like drive into the school, right? I don't know how many kilometers, I don't want to lie, but it's very, very far to go to the administration from where the bus dropped me, right? And then I'm in the cab, I'm just seeing trees. and bushes. In my mind, I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm looking down, there's no tar. Ne? I'm like, yo, Father God, now I've come to Africa. Yeah, I get that South Africa is African, eh? But like, yo, the Africa that was in, I was like, yo. But then not every road doesn't have, guys. I'm talking about the roads, my experience, the roads that I used, right? And there wasn't. And then we reached the third road, and then they stopped me by the administration. And I was like, okay. But I was confused, like, is this whole place the varsity? Because it's not necessarily scattered, but I wasn't necessarily used to such an arrangement, you know, because there's up school and there's a place where you call down school. So if you're coming from outside the country, right, number one, I'm going to say decrease your expectations, right, obviously, because Zambia is not necessarily at the level of development as other developed countries. You get my point? But I'm not saying it's ugly, because they're really, really beautiful and nice places. I'm sure you've seen from my vlogs, and I haven't even been to beautiful and nice places in this country because I'm broke, but I plan on. Number one, I want to say decrease your expectations of varsity, because before I came to Zambia, I thought I was going to go to UP and stuff, you get, so I was looking at UP, how they are, how their campuses are, how their lecture halls are. So if you have that picture of UP in your head, like, just delete it right now, because that is not what you are going to meet, more or less. Just decrease your standards, you know. Yeah, I'm going to tell you that, because for me, certain things that were a shock for me, right? Number one was the administration. The administration did not look administrable at all, like from outside. I don't know if they fixed it now, but 4 years ago, the administration was just looking like a little house, a little hut with like a poster, and the poster is even falling. And I'm like, I'll look for a picture and put it so that you guys know what I mean, right? So for me, that was the first like red flag. But now I can't even turn around because I've already paid the fees, right? But I'm not discouraging you or anything, but I just want you to know like certain things, and these things don't even matter because you're coming here for education. But obviously, if you in your head you have that aesthetically pleasing varsity life, you can have it, but not necessarily. You can have it. And then number two, the library was so amazing, so beautiful. So the picture of the library that you see, right, it does not mean that's how the lecture hall is, or that's how the campus is, and stuff and stuff and stuff. So if you want to come to my university, MULUNGUSHI University, I'm going to advise you that you watch YouTube videos. There are certain students, okay, back then for me it was tough because you didn't have a lot of YouTubers. I think in Zambia, because Zambian views don't really like, you're not paid for Zambian views, right? You have to use VPN. So I think Zambians don't really take YouTube seriously. So when I came, there were not a lot of YouTube videos to work with, you know, except the video that I got from the school, which wasn't even comprehensive at all, right? So I'm going to suggest that you watch YouTube videos of tours. I never did a tour, and if you're here for medical school, you're only going to be here for a year, which is, right? And then I know you are expecting things like cheerleading. You don't have that, child. They do have groups like debate groups and stuff, but it's not necessarily like as organized as you might have it back home. You get my point? It's not to that level, but they do have certain clubs like that. They don't have MULUNGUSHI choir. And the one thing about me, when I went to varsity, I wanted to join the school choir, because guys, have you seen the choir from UP? Nishomina, the choir from Cape Town University, bruh. So I wanted to join the choir. They don't have that as well. Also, they do have sports, but it's not, they don't have like a ground where sports are played. It's a bit roughish, you know. It's not necessarily what you're expecting. I know what you're expecting. If you're looking at UP, you're looking at the universities like that, University of Pretoria, decrease your standards a bit, you know. So that's basically like some of the things that shocked me when I arrived. It wasn't what I was expecting. You know, I'm not saying it's horrible, I'm just saying it wasn't what I was expecting, you know, from the view of university and the idea of universities that I've put in my head. Then you get my point. And then we talk about the accommodation. If you're expecting top-notch accommodation, like you have a TV in the room, you have side beds and stuff with like a view, and stuff with space. No, my first year, small room, I think it was like 4 centimeters. But luckily, it was in good condition. We thank God, it was in good condition. And I was on the top floor. I had a very beautiful view. The windows were so nice, and yeah, basically that's what I needed, you know. And I was just in first year, and you only spend 1 year at the main campus, which is your first year. And then after you pass your first year, you come to the medical campus, which is in Livingston, right? You get my point. So you move from one province to another, right? Now, when you hear Livingston Medical Campus, you are thinking, I know what you're thinking as an international student, you know, because this video is obviously meant for international students. I know what you might be thinking, ne? I know what you might be thinking, especially the South Africans that have been, help me, help me, help me. I don't want you to say like, yo, Kimberly, why did you put me into this? I'm just telling you guys, you get my point, because I don't want to be blamed for anything. I'm just telling you guys certain things that you need to expect. So yeah, when they say Livingston Medical Campus, guys, yo, I was so disappointed with the school, honestly, because it's a new campus and they built it, I think, last year. That's when it was opened, right? The medical campus was there, but we were learning in the hospital. I feel like the facilities in the hospital are so much better, because in the hospital where I'm doing my rotations, right, they have an NLT, they have MULUNGUSHI facilities. They're so much better than the new campus that they've just built. I think they're going to expand, they've just started. But when we went there last year, right, there was an opening and stuff. I was expecting, you know, medical campus. I think I had high expectations, which is surprising because I've been in the school for 3 years. Like, what am I expecting? Yeah, wait. It's looking like a house. Guys, I love my varsity, honestly. I love my varsity, but like, it's looking like a house. Like, I'm just there like, eh, what's going on? What's going on? You know? Yes. But the library is very, very beautiful. Obviously, for some reason, this varsity and libraries, they put their heart and soul into building their libraries. You get my point. But when it comes to the classes, we don't know what happens. We really don't know. But the lecture theatre in the hospital, quality. So if you're an international student, right, right, but these are things that are not necessarily for me, right? I was able to overlook these things because my goal was not staying in Zambia. I'm not staying here. My goal was education, and for the fact that I knew that when it comes to education, guys, let me tell you something, you are going to learn. One thing about MULUNGUSHI University, you are going to learn, they don't spoon feed you. So if you want a medical school where you're going to be spoon fed, MULUNGUSHI University is not for you, because here you cry, you teach yourself, you put in the work. Because even like our graduating class from last year was the best in the entire country. That's if I'm not wrong, because that's what the doctor told us. The senior doctor in my rotation, because we had graduates from last year and they wrote their licensure exams and they were the best in the entire country. So I'm telling you, when it comes to education, MULUNGUSHI University, it doesn't spoon feed you. You are going to learn, you're going to put in the work, you're going to learn how to do things yourself. And I feel like for me, that was just because I'm not like settling here. I have certain places where I want to go and work overseas, like a real overseas, not Zambia overseas, but like outside Africa. You get, that's the vision, you get. So that's what I was focused on, and I needed to make sure that I am at a university where I'm going to learn, because there's certain universities, guys, where people don't learn, they're spoon fed. The syllabus is not necessarily internationally recognized. So those are the things that I focused on. You get. So I just mized the fact that you know how it's looking, but it doesn't even look bad. But I'm just talking like for the international students coming from outside the country to Zambia, you might have high expectations, and YouTube does not necessarily show everything. Then just this is for you, okay? So yeah, but the pros for me with the education, lecturers don't spoon feed you at all. Like, it's your responsibility to learn. I wouldn't say we have the best lecturers, but there are some lecturers that are like, really, really good. And for me, that was tops as well. And another con, right, was the fact that for you it might be a red flag. You don't get paid during your clinical rotations. I think there are other universities where you do get paid, but at Mulungushi universities you do not get paid. For me, I wanted to transfer to another school, but then I realized that there were too many rumors of the school not being accredited, problems with the government, not being registered. So I just decided to stay at a university that is registered, recognized by the government. And then another thing that you guys are always asking me is, if I come to MULUNGUSHI University, will I still be able to go back to South Africa and study? There's a process, right? It's not easy. You need to be very hardworking. Not necessarily hardworking, but it has to do with the school. So right now, there is something, if you click the HPCSA, which is the licensure exam for South Africa, right? They're going to tell you that your degree needs to be recognized by the ECFMG, right? And that is something that I am currently working on for my university. I'm working together with the dean to apply for MULUNGUSHI University, so that, because basically it's not even something special. Basically the university just has to apply, and then once it gets the certificate, then you are ECFMG accredited. So I'm working on that with the dean of our medical school, right? Does that mean that if you graduate now, you won't be able to study outside Zambia? No, it does not mean that. It just means that it might be more difficult for you than someone who has got an ECFMG. I know, like when I was back in SA, some of the doctors that I went to, like private doctors, they were Zambians, they were Nigerians. So it's possible, but it might be more difficult. And another way, if you finish doing medicine 6 years in Zambia, yes, you can use that degree and those results to apply in South Africa because I was thinking of that as well. To apply in South Africa for your PhD, like maybe specialize in South Africa, you can use the same results, they accept them. And then once you specialize in South Africa, it's very easy for you to like get into the South African, system, because you got your PhD in South Africa. So it's also another option whereby you study medicine for 6 years. You study in Zambia, medicine for 6 years, and then you specialize elsewhere. That's going to make it easier for you to be employed in that country, so don't specialize in Zambia, specialize outside, makes it so much easier. So it is possible. There are different routes. As you've listened and you've heard, there are 3 different routes whereby you study in Zambia and then you want to go to another country and work. There are 3 different routes that I know of. Obviously, I'm an international student. I'm constantly reading, I'm constantly doing my research because I want to go outside Africa after graduating by God's grace. So I'll just keep you guys posted along on my journey. And I feel like these are the important things that international students just need to know. They're not necessarily important, because I feel like whether the university looks good, is it important? But I feel like it's important to a certain extent, yeah. So this was just my personal opinion, and I just wanted you guys that are planning on coming here as an international student just to be prepared mentally, but education-wise, system-wise and stuff, it's a lot of hard work. One thing about this university, guys, like I said, they don't spoon feed you. You will sweat. You will sweat and you will cry. And I feel like that's the best learning process, because having everything done to you and spoon-fed. And also, guys, another thing that I like is that we do our dissections, right? We have a lot of, not a lot, but we had 10 cadavers. Other medical school only received like 1 cadaver or 2 cadavers to study on, but we had like 10, right? And we were doing it by ourselves. Cadavers are like dead bodies that people have donated to the hospital, right? And you get my point. So yeah, that's another thing. I feel like that hands-on, and other schools, they're not allowed. They watch while the professors are cutting the body of the people and studying the inside, the organs and stuff. But in our school, there was no professor who was going to cut for you. I had to touch the body, cut open, look at the heart, look at the brain, look at the liver. We had to do it ourselves. So if that's something that you're interested, like if you're really interested on hands-on practical work, then I would recommend MULUNGUSHI University. Also, the best, number one, why I chose it for me is because it was very affordable, especially for international students coming from countries where medicine is 60,000, 120,000. sometimes even 200,000 you get without a scholarship. It can be really difficult. But here, the entire fees for the year, it's now increased a bit, but it is just 27,000 for the whole year. Exactly my point, because if I was back in SA, child, 27,000 is nothing. So I feel like for me, that's why I even came here. Otherwise, if I didn't come here, I feel like the other schools that you can look into as an international student that is interested in studying in Zambia, maybe because of affordability, you can look at UNILAS, University of Lusaka, but it's a it's a private school. I haven't done much research. So if you're interested, I'm just saying the names. You can go research it yourselves, check if it's accredited and stuff. It's a very, oh guys, University of Lusaka. Now that's beautiful. Like if I had, bruh, I would go to University of Lusaka. It's just that I only discovered it in third year. I didn't even know about it. And then it was a bit too late for me to transfer. So I was like, oh, you know, because if I transfer, I have to repeat a year. And I was like, yay, no thank you. Yeah, so University of Lusaka is a very beautiful school, beautiful hostels, beautiful ground. Guys, they have this like a stadium kind of thing going on. It's giving low-key high school musical, like, bruh, University of Lusaka. I would also opt for, not necessarily, but I would put Cavendish University. So if you're an international student and you're interested in studying medicine in Zambia, those are like the top. Texila, I'm not so sure. I wouldn't, personally. So if you're an international, I would recommend private schools such as Cavendish University and University of Lusaka. For government, I would recommend University of Zambia. That's the best university in the country, but obviously it's a very old university. Their facilities are a bit old, but that's the best university in the country, right? So I would also recommend University of Zambia. And yeah, guys, I hope this video was helpful, and if there's anything else you'd like to know, you know, I'm just here to help you. This video wasn't really a plan, it was more of like, let me answer your questions. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.